What's good? It's Slim Trader. We back with another weekend analysis. Technically not the weekend. It is Monday. Had a busy weekend, but I wanted to make sure I stay consistent on the analysis and go ahead and bring that to you guys. It's maybe short and sweet because I really haven't seen much going on yet, and usually Monday nights are my good nights for trading. Over the weekend, I wasn't looking, I didn't see much going on and what moves could possibly be made. Not every week is a trading week. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing much trading this week on the Forex side, just because I don't really see anything. But we'll go ahead and start with the usual pairs. And then at the end, I'll also add gold. I have a friend that wants to analyze gold, want me to analyze gold for them, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. I might also start looking into gold anyway, so that might be a regular as well. But we're going to start with USD JPY, my favorite pair. And as you can see right now, it is in like a consolidation phase right on a major level. Um, Also, there's a trend line right here that it's meeting up with at the moment. It's going to see what it wants to do from here. It has to break this little blue box I have, and either we can see price hit this black line up here at 151,750, or we can drop down to 149,200, possibly even lower, down to 148, 215 ish area if price decides to break down to the downside. But we still have this trend line that I believe that we may be seeing the end of, possibly, but we will see about that. Huh, my day was good. Anyway, right now it looks like JP USD JPY is going down. So we might see the bottom part of this consolidation. It may reach the bottom part of this consolidation, and then it can easily start going right back up. Um, this would be a good spot to get in for a buy if you're still ultimately bullish on USD JPY. But like I said, it's been in this consolidation range since the 13th of February. So kind of want to see what it wants to do from there. GBP USD, I was bearish. It still wants to keep moving up for some reason, but we do have this orange line and we have this kind of like downtrend line that price is going to have. It's going to have its hand full on that. We may see GU. It's another one I wouldn't even touch as well. I thought price was going to go down to 125, and it's been riding this trend, but it still looked like a counter trend. However, we broke this we're kind of breaking this purple box, which that was a key area. And that was, I mean, now next thing we have is this orange and this trend line to see what if it wants to break that. We did see price kind of tap into it earlier, and it wicked down, and same here and also there. So there is some type of presence, bearish presence, in that area. So it's another one I probably wouldn't touch either unless I see some type of break of this counter trend going below this blue box. Then we could possibly see GBP USD going further down. But until then, it's still riding this little trend. But I still feel like it's weak. And I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was kind of bullish on GU. I was going back and forth, and this is the reason. It's just in a weird spot because even like this is a whole range. If you look at it this way, from here all the way to here, all that is kind of like a range. It's not breaking that box whatsoever. So price is just playing around in between 125 and 127, 750. So whatever. Not saying that you can't trade in between if you know what you're doing, but for me, I'm not. I'm not interested in what GU has to offer right now. Okay, so next we have GBP JPY, and same thing. Trying to see what it wants to do from here. We did hit the almost hit this black line. It did get to 191, what I predicted last week, and now we're trying to see possibly a retracement. We still are riding this trend, so we want to see what GBP JPY wants to do when it hit. I think it's going to come back down and hit this trend line. There's a midpoint right here that'd be ideal for continuation to the upside, but we will see. We'll see what it wants to do when it gets there, and if there's any type of bullish momentum left, which I mean, that's kind of crazy to say because it's GBP's been bullish for quite a while, so possibly could be weakening though because this gray area right here, this little area. I mean, if you go back into the past, you can see the last time was back in 2015 how price couldn't get past it and ended up crashing all the way down uh, a lot. So um, definitely an interesting key level here. So we are approaching that. We are there. So we could be seeing a reversal soon or a deep retracement. But this is another one I probably wouldn't touch either at the time being because even though GBP JPY is bullish, I'm kind of concerned about this area, and I don't know if there's enough for it to get by. Even though last week I stated how the yen was weak, so maybe they could be turning around soon. We'll see. GBP AUD. It's another one that I'm not really interested in at the moment. It's just doing too much right now. Price did come back up to 194 area, and now um, I guess we possibly could be retesting this trend line and then shooting back down. That's what I think. I think GA could possibly still go down. I want to see it get to 1.915 to be honest, and then probably look for buys from there. But it's kind of doing the same thing as GU's doing. The pound just creeping up. I think maybe eventually the pound probably start crashing on all levels on GU, on GBP JPY, and also GBP AUD. So we'll see what that may want to do. But I do kind of see like an area of resistance. It could be an area of resistance around here. So we possibly could see GA start heading down from here. That's what my sentiment would be in seeing it get down to 191,500. We looking at the dollar index, and the dollar index, it did creep up even higher to this in this red bar, and then it decided to decline. It passed our trend line. It's rejecting this part, the bottom part of this key level. So we possibly could see the dollar weakening even more, 102,950. We can see price getting down to, and then from there we'll see what it wants to do. But it looks like this little trend is over, and we're getting rejected by this key level here. So we possibly could see the dollar getting weak overall. Maybe USD, JPY, we could possibly see a good retracement on that one pretty soon. And then the same with GU. I mean, it's like if I'm feeling like the pound and the dollar is getting weak, you might just see some more consolidation between the two. Somebody's got to win eventually, though. So that's definitely one that I like to see some type of economic divergence. I like to see if you look at the index of the dollar, if you look at the index of another currency or whatever two currencies, I want to see them going opposite ways. So that lets me know that they're definitely, when they're going opposite ways, it lets me know that's a good time to get in for a trade, um, because the movement, it will be much more fluid than both of them being weak or both of them being strong. You're going to get consolidation most of the time, or not much of a movement. So I like to see some type of economic divergence going on. But this doesn't mean that price cannot easily keep head back up. We could possibly see the dollar get here and head back up and then reject one more time and then go down some more. So so we'll see about that. But I am starting to wonder if the dollar is done with its little bullish run. I think we might be seeing some type of weakening here soon. So that would be interesting. May set up some good trades for the dollar. Euro JPY, it got all the way up to this key level. Looks like we may be seeing some rejection. We're still riding this little mini trend. I could see that getting broke and possibly falling down to the more main trend line, and then from there we can probably see what it wants to do. But I don't see price getting up further past 164, and then from there I can, if it gets there, which I don't know if it will, but I can see price going down further. We might see the bottom of this area, or we might meet this trend line, or we can get all the way down to this orange bar. One of the two. But from there, we can possibly find a fib from this low to this high, and then try to find some type of entry, because I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish on Euro JPY, even though in the past we did not break this and we crashed down, kind of like, it looks like kind of like what GJ did. But that was, GJ's situation was years ago. I just like I just like how EJ is moving now, that it got to this point again. It looks a lot more stronger, that it may pass it this time. And looking back, it was back in 2007 to 2000, close to the beginning of 2009, that we around this area, and the highest we got was to around 170. So I still think we got some going up to do with Euro JPY. Okay, so now we have OddCAD, one of the ones that I had added recently that I like how it moves. And here we've already kind of passed this little counter trend. We broke it and we moved up, and now we're kind of retesting this orange bar. I was thinking OddCat was gonna retrace or come down a little bit further. I wanted to see a second bounce on this trend line and then head up, but it looks like, from right at this moment, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But we will see. Um, it would be more ideal for it to come back down. But I still have AUD, CAD, odd CAD going all the way to 91. It's going to take a while, but each week I'm going to bring this pair up and dissect it. But excuse me, but definitely 191, I feel, excuse me, 91, I feel. It just moves so slow. You got to be patient with this pair, but I like how it moves overall. I had stated, I believe, a week or two ago, that when I first started trading, this was the only pair, when I was losing all the other pairs, this was the only pair that I was actually winning on. I don't know why I stopped. And like I said, it might have been because it was just too slow, but it just moves solid for me. I like it. But price could possibly just retest this bar and then start shooting on up from there. Okay, so now we're done with pretty much done with the pairs. We will get back to gold. We will start on gold. I wanted to go ahead and get back with Tesla. Tesla, I know I got a lot of lines going on. Don't worry about that because I like to dissect this thing here. Because I'm more of a scalper when it comes to options and stocks. So that's why I have a lot more lines for Tesla than I do with my Forex pairs. But if we go back to, let's see, last Monday, when we did our last oh, Monday was President's Day, so it was closed. So it was Tuesday. Tuesday we had this big drop and price pretty much was kind of ranging from uh around this area, was kind of ranging for the most part. I'm still bullish on Tesla, yeah, definitely. This week, Monday to today, it started off very bullish. We got all the way up to 201 before we started going down a little bit. The only thing is, I don't like this curve of this moving average right on this key level. Um, that could indicate Tesla coming down some more. But I mean, it could possibly be due for a slight retracement, but I don't see it going down too much further. I would like to see two. I'm looking for 208 target for Tesla. I just don't know when, and that's the thing with options. You don't know when you're kind of going against time. But I like the move. I like the big bullish move it did today. Um, that kind of lets me know that Tesla's ready. It just has to break this 202 barrier. And when it does that, definitely 208 is the next path. And then from there, I don't really see much problem of it getting to 230, but except for this midpoint of 220. I can draw a line there. I'll probably do that in the near future. But as long as Tesla stays above this blue bar and this trend line, we'll start seeing higher highs and higher lows going on for Tesla. So that is my take on that one. Next we have gold. Gold, I haven't even marked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that real quick. Drawing up my technicals for gold. And what I see is right now we're playing around the midpoint of this area. Price been respecting it quite a bit, but right here we have, if you look closely, we have a kind of like a head and shoulders type pattern. We got the head here, excuse me, shoulder. We got a head, and we have the right shoulder. So we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And we're like trading above the midpoint now. So we could possibly see price try to get back up to 2070 area. However, we do have this path of resistance of a downtrend. So it's gonna be interesting to try to surpass that. Uh, let me see. This fib here from, I don't know what I was just doing. There we go. We have we have this low, we have the high, we have the retracement right on the 61.8, and now gold is pushing up. We can possibly see it get to 248, 250 range, which is above this downtrend. So that's going to be interesting to see what it wants to do from there. We could possibly still be riding this trend line. I will say that gold will keep going up until this trend line, until we dip back. I can see price getting to 2050 area, and then from there, if price wants to dip back below this trend line, break this trend line, we can see gold getting all the way down to possibly 1985 range. But I don't know, because I was looking at the 3 month, the quarterly, and the quarterly is interesting. Um, Let me get rid of this fib real quick. Now this is interesting. We could possibly be making all. I mean, we're close to all-time highs with gold, and I wouldn't be surprised if we decide to make even more, a higher all-time high. However, we are at no man's land. This level right here has been tested one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, and we cannot pretty much pass it at all. We did pierce through it right here, but we had a big rejection. Um, and then like price is slowly but surely weakening. I don't think we're actually, we may not be making new all-time highs. I think this might be it. So if that's the case, then I think once price gets to once price gets to the 2050 area, I think we may be seeing some type of bearish pressure again. And this is the midline between those 2 points I have. So let me mark that real quick. And that's at literally at 2046. So that's close to the 2048, 2050 mark I was talking about. So if we did a fib and we have our target getting to 2048, so this is going to be interesting for gold. I do see it getting to 2048, 2050, but from there, we have this kind of like downtrend, and we have this resistance, and we have this other midpoint line. That's so much to try to overcome. And then, like I said, looking at the higher time frame, how it was just weakening. I think it was the monthly. Yeah, it was the monthly. Yeah, yeah. So it was bullish, bullish. Now we got bearish, bearish. This looks like a form of a reversal, so we could be seeing gold. But the thing with gold is gold already came all the way down and hit this area and bounced back up. We may see some consolidation for a minute between these two purple bars. However, like I said, we got this head and shoulder on the midline. It shows me bullish vibes. We are going to get to this midline, and then from there, we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah. So, anyway, that's my analysis for the week. I'm glad you guys were able to tune in. Tune in next week. We do have some news this week for the dollar. So, that may also move the markets as well. But happy trading. See you guys next week.